we all can get better, right? We can
Yeah.
all learn. And that's what we're here to hopefully share with some folks what's going on and what Liberia is. Now, Liberia is one of the two places on the continent that is said to have never been colonized. Now, that's a little of a, that could be a little tricky because they weren't colonized because there was a deal made to basically form this area in a part of Western Africa where those who were freed American slaves or the descendants of the enslaved would have a place to go back to. Those that were freed, those who, after 1807, like when the slave trade was outlawed, those people that, when they found people coming over on ships that weren't, that were obviously bound to someplace in the Western world, they would like intercept those ships and help those people get back to Liberia. Now, I alluded to, people saying that it didn't work out so well before because what happened was that you took a swath of, similar to America, right?
Yeah.
You have a swath of land where people are living there.
Natives were there.
Right. The native tribes were already there, had their own culture, but because we're Americans and we bought this land or we made a deal to set this land up, we're Americans. So even the...
Hand it over.
Right, exactly. So even the descendants of the enslaved, and this is a subtle thing that we need to get, even the descendants of the enslaved had adopted the colonizer mindset that had been put into them over years, over generations at this point.
Yep.
And we came back to Liberia as if we were entitled to something rather than working on some sort of partnership.
I love the way you're laying this out because you're already talking about what went wrong and what we're doing different this time. Go ahead.
Well, we definitely want to highlight the differences that we believe are in the plan that we will present to the folks. But yeah, we didn't have any sort of partnership. There really, I don't know that there was really a plan. Obviously there's a component of safety.
Yep.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that. If you don't have some sort of military
and defense
mechanism in place, it makes you vulnerable to to the surrounding
inward and outward.
Absolutely.
Internal threats and external.
There you go.
Yep.
And so all of that is plays a part into now when we put this plan together, or when we kind of gathered the parts of this plan together, it became obvious that we're going to need to do some things differently.